Back in the day, used to want that fro so bad, man. I used to have what they call a TWA, teeny weeny afro.
Butter cookies, drinking on a great knee-high. Plain pork rind smothered in Louisiana. Hot sauce hit the spot with the pop rocks. We wasn't rich, but we wasn't poor. But that government cheese always had me knocking on the heaven's door. Don't get me started on that ice cream, man. Cause when that truck came, then everybody from the block came. No shirt, cut off jeans with the flip-flops. Lips red, pink, and blue from the bomb pops. And when he didn't come, we all hit the candy lady. But $1 got you chips and a freeze cup. Friday nights was spaghetti, slaw, and fish night. Flavor Aid in my cup with a lot of ice. The Dukes of Hazzard in Dallas was on the radar. And still to this day, you wonder who shot JR. When it was cool just to walk to the prom, but had to be home before it got dark. We going. When the neighbors used to keep us in check, you did what they said and showed them respect. We going. When you could fight and everything would be cool. The next day when you saw them at school, we going. When everything was so simple then. It sounds wild, but do you remember? You called your house the crib with the back caving. I Need Love will be blazing through the airwaves. You know what I mean, I'm talking about your first crush. You swore your feelings was love when it was just lust. And when you couldn't find words to get your point across, you put your phone to the speaker and said, check this out. You used to talk for like hours until your ears hurt, and then another 2 hours to see who heard the first. You even scribbled his name inside your notebook, and if your life was a song, then he would be the hook. There were significant things that made you both fly. You wore his fur cane gold, he kicked the British Knights. Richard Pryor had his trippin', watchin' which way it's up. You like the Cabbage Patch Dolls, he liked the Tonka truck. I hate them days, it's gone and long over when Levert had the brothers born to be Casanova. When it was cool just to walk to the prom, but had to be home before it got dark. We going. When the neighbors used to keep us in check, you did what they said and show them respect. We going. When you could fight and everything would be cool. The next day when you saw them at school, we going. When everything was so simple then. It sounds wild, but do you remember? You running late for school, you hit a third degree, throwing your socks and shoes in that Brute 33. That Old Spice was alright, but then the better deal was if your moms could go and cop you some Lagerfeld. You was the man if you wearing the first pair of Jordans. The red and black was with the wings on the side of them. We wanted Thriller jackets, but they didn't have phonies. So since they didn't, man, we had to rock the members only. Hawaiian silk wave, oh no, and the Jerry oops was when your curl didn't quite make a full loop. That stonewash was crease slow with stay flow. And if you couldn't wear froze, you kept your fade low. I know the stuff we did then was so senseless. It's still a privilege just because we get to reminisce about the things that used to make us laugh, smile, and cry. It feels so good to remember, and it's no wonder why. When it was cool just to walk to the prom, but had to be home before it got dark. We going. When the neighbors used to keep us in check, you did what they said and show them respect. We going. When you could fight and everything would be cool. The next day when you saw them at school, we going. When everything was so simple then. It sounds wild, but do you remember when? When it was cool just to walk to the prom, but had to be home before it got dark. We going. When the neighbors used to keep us in check, you did what they said and show them respect. We going. When you could fight and everything would be cool. The next day when you saw them at school, we going. When everything was so simple then. Hey, thanks for coming. We gotta do this again.
Soul food, man. I'm vegetarian now, but I remember back in the day, baby. Back in the day, man, you get that hog, man. It's like, I can't even believe what I'm eating, but it tastes so good, man.
You took the 45, but played it on 33.
Back in the day, first time I ever met Kirk Whalum was in a little club in North Hollywood, California called Baked Potato. And I walked in and his band was just screaming. They were sounding so good. And I just happened to have my horn with me. And Kirk let me sit in, and it's been a camaraderie ever since. That is my brother.